Welcome to AlHuTV. Today for you, the Dreame Matrix 10 Ultra. And this one really packs a punch. This is a premium flagship among vacuum robots. It combines extreme suction power. You really have to say that. Here we have the 4max Fusion with 30,000 pascals of suction power. That's pretty impressive. There's a lot included here. Hot water cleaning, pet care function. Here we have a fully automatic cleaning system, as you can see here. And above all, when I open this up, it looks a bit like this. You can already see a bit on the outside. I can turn it so you can see it better. We have different mops here that are automatically supplied by the system. The robot picks them up, and we have different attachments for different rooms, which also differ from each other. So not all three are the same. We'll get to that later. They also have different surface textures. And you can also customize that individually in the app just the way you like it. And then they are also changed automatically. So the whole system here is fully automatic. We have 3 cleaning agents integrated here, A, B, and C. As I said, we can use A, B, and C, and accordingly the 3 are also assigned alphabetically. So, for example, we have Mop A here, with Cleaner A as well, and so on and so forth. That's how everything is combined here, ultimately for the best cleanliness. When it comes to cleaning here, with the mops, but also with the 30,000 pascal suction power, we can get rid of everything. Yes, and we're going to take a closer look at it because it's really a cool device. Yes, I've already raved a bit about the base station here. So there's quite a lot, of course. As you've seen, here is the magazine, I'll just call it that, the magazine with various attachments. Of course, we have a robot here whose dock retracts here, essentially. That has a certain advantage. We can drive under furniture and so on here. Yes, and I'll just get started here, of course, with the mopping pads, because that's really the highlight today. Not just that alone, but of course that's a huge deal. Namely, the automatic switching between the 3 types, as they say. You could use them for the kitchen, bathroom, and living areas. The AI recognition, the floor detection, also assigns this automatically. It really works. But of course, you can also adjust it again in the app as needed. That's absolutely no problem. So you have the right attachment for every room, for grease, for example. For example, in the kitchen, for the bathroom, for delicate surfaces, there are different attachments for each. Those will also be shown again later. We'll take another look at them as well. A bit more closely under the camera. Otherwise, we have 2 mops here that rotate at 165 revolutions per minute with 8 newtons of contact pressure. And you can see that here in my example where I dirtied the floor, just how well and how cleanly it does the job. It's also very important that the mops on the underside of the robot can adjust to the floor with up to a 5-degree tilt, especially when, for example, tiles are slightly uneven, and so on. So it doesn't float in the air, but thanks to the tilt, it can really reach everywhere. Alright, and now we need to focus a bit more on the robot itself. So as I said, that's one part of it already. Now let's take a look at this under the camera so we can also see how the mopping pads are installed. I'll show you the individual mopping pads and above all, how the whole thing is set up here. Yes, under the camera I wanted to show you the mopping pads again. Let's do that now. They're installed here, of course, usually all in one color. This is what it looks like. So when it comes to cleaning, you can already see the differences just by looking at them. We can also check in the app exactly what each one is for. I don't remember all of it off the top of my head right now, but it's described again in the app. We'll get to that later. But you can already see this one here at the edge is it's generally a bit firmer. There are some small brushes built in here. So this one is a bit different in terms of its surface. This one is just like you know it, completely soft. And this one here, it's a bit thicker. So maybe you can kind of see it. Yeah, you might notice it just a little, but this one is a bit fluffier and also has a slight texture here. So yes, you can see it here too. It's also cross-shaped or star-shaped. And they're also marked with colors to indicate which is which. Yes, and with those, as I said, you saw it, I of course did the mopping. But it also has here on the underside, of course, the option to extend the arm. And that way we can also reach all the way to the edge. Yes, and once we've cleaned everything, it returns to the station and then the whole thing is washed here as well, namely at 100 degrees. So this ensures that all the bacteria are completely removed and at the same time, all the dirt is loosened. Yes, and so it means that 99.99% of bacteria are removed during cleaning. The whole process happens here with 20 spray nozzles of course. These moisten everything and then clean it here at 100 degrees. I tried to capture this a bit with the thermal imaging camera. It's really difficult because it happens so far in the back, but what you can see very well is actually here, right afterwards. The air drying. This doesn't happen as you might expect in the lower part of the magazine. Instead, it is lifted up here. And you can see very clearly here with the thermal imaging camera, this is in the upper section. That's where the air is supplied, and then it is dried here. And then, as mentioned, it's ready for use again. So this really works wonderfully. The whole thing is absolutely well thought out here. So now we have the mopping, because it really is a pretty cool mopping system. Here we have the double brush as you know it. I can open it up real quick. You can still see a stray hair here and there. Of course, we have the fins here and there's another brush inside. There are still 1 or 2 hairs left. I want to get to those in just a moment. But first, here with the suction, or with the small suction test I did here, it's absolutely no problem at all. Here we have 30,000. Pascal, I just want to briefly mention again, the whole thing is even TÜV certified. Yes, and that's very important for many people, for some also because it operates very, very quietly. And I really like that. That was one thing, of course. But of course, we also have a carpet. I dirtied that one as well. It also runs excellently on the carpet here. There's a small note about that. I did it once, of course, with the mops. They are then lifted up. But there is also the option to leave the whole thing in the station and tell it to clean the carpet without the mops. And then comes the so-called, yes, we have the option here, the juicy, it is then lifted up here. You can actually set that in the app and then with the so-called triple wheel uplift. You see, that's what it's called. This is a 3-wheel chassis here and it can be raised by up to 11 millimeters. That's actually quite interesting because when you already drive over the carpet with the mopping pads and activate it, you have the advantage of being just a bit higher. This also works fully automatically via the ultrasonic sensor because the carpet is detected, and then it will also be raised if you set it in the app and above all if you want it to. These are just little things. Of course, it also has a certain small advantage. Here, since it can already lift itself up anyway, there's something called Pro Leap. And that's there so it can drive over obstacles up to 8 centimeters high. The whole thing is AI controlled with the leg so that it can also cross obstacles here. So, as you can see, we've got a lot packed in here. As I mentioned earlier, this is a flagship and it really shows. Alright, but now let's quickly get back to the brush. Of course, I've got an anti-tangle system included here. This ensures that when we dirty the carpet with dog hair, as is the case for me, and pick it all up here, you can clearly see on the underside that the brush is simply hair-free here and no hair gets tangled up. Alright, now let's take a look at my robot from the top. So, as you can see here, we have, this is relatively clean, we have what's called the DITOV sensor installed here. Up front, of course, we have various cameras, including an RGB camera and a structured light camera, so it's smart, right? AI, as they say here, so really a lot. And the whole thing is also supported by a light. All of this combined, yes, naturally ensures perfect obstacle detection. I've tested that as well. And then it drives past here beautifully. You can see here that it also perfectly recognizes multiple objects. You can even see that in the app. It even tells you which obstacle was in the way. As always, I want to show you the app so you can take a look as well. That's really nice, of course. Here, all styled up, you always see the image here, and then when you select it, you get to the map. Yes, this is the main overview. Here, we have a little AI included that talks to you, tasks completed, and so on. You can click on it, yes, and it gives you recommendations. You can get some information there. Otherwise, let's just take a look at the whole thing here. We can see here when I have here, from the last cleaning, I have now activated Clean Genius. So I'm activating it now, or rather I'm not really doing it. Now clean, and then for example we can see here in the hallway is now labeled with the number 3 and we have the C symbol here. So that means we're working here. It should normally be this one here with this brush. In the bathroom we now also have the letter B displayed. I've also changed that a bit. I just have to mention that because I also switched it. In the kitchen I have the letter A, and that's how the whole thing is set up here, so it knows. Also, which mop or which cleaning tool is used where. The map is super easy to edit. That's nothing new, we know that already. The app is absolutely stable. So yes, there's really nothing to complain about. You can, as I said, edit everything completely. You can already see forbidden zones, curtain, low height area. That's where the sensor on the DTOF goes down. You can set that here. You can specify where the threshold is that it should drive over. You can also draw on the carpet area below. And as I said, you can also manage multiple floors here. In this case, I've used one floor here. So, and then we have room, all, and zone. That's familiar. But now I just want to quickly go over the settings here. That's where it gets a bit interesting. Scheduled cleaning, yes, I want that. You can set your time however you like, but here it gets interesting again. So when it comes to vacuuming, what should it actually do? In the additional settings, I've now set it to remove the mop pads and clean the carpet first. But we can also tell it to activate the power boost here, of course. Then we can also deactivate clean carpet first. And for example, we can also tell it to lift the chassis. So as I said, we can do that here. I showed you earlier these 11 millimeters that it lifts up here. But you could also deactivate the whole thing and say it shouldn't remove the mop pads and should simply leave them on and lift them up. Alright, and then we come to the automatic switching of the mop pads. This is now activated, and this is what I mentioned to you earlier. You could now go through each one individually, and down here it's a bit almost roughened up. Then you can see what it's for, which one it is, and that's quite interesting. So mop A, yes, that's basically here. The orange one is for greasy areas, and then we have the black one here for damp areas. I also mentioned that this one is a bit thicker, so it absorbs more moisture, maybe as well. Or you could use it to mop wetter here. Exactly. That's pretty much how I have to put it. And the blue one is for regular use, meaning for a living room, dining room, or hallway. And there you can then select individually and can then say which mop you want to use where if you want to adjust that. So it's made really simple. Here we have pet care, as I mentioned earlier, pet detection. This is what's called Pet Care 4.0 that we have here. You can play around with it a bit. I didn't do that because my dog is a bit scared of the robot. Otherwise, I would have liked to record a video of that. But anyway, as I said, here we also have the side reach feature that we know, meaning the extension, which I showed you. Of course, the same applies to the mop. You can carefully adjust and precisely fine-tune it right here in this section a little bit more. Exactly the way that you personally like it. There are also settings for overcoming obstacles. As you can see, there are two options here: synchronized or the standard path, which you might already know. That's nothing new. That's included, as well as voice control, which is also available. I've tested that too. It works wonderfully with absolutely no issues. Okay, Dreame, clean the kitchen. Pretty cool. What's new though is that the mop can now lift itself up. I really like that. It's a cool idea. And with that, we've pretty much covered everything in terms of the app. So it's really interesting what the DreameBot Matrix 10 Ultra has to offer. I hope I have tried to include everything for you. The videos keep getting longer because there's just so much to cover now, with everything these devices can do nowadays, and I try my best to show you as much as I can. Yes, and I think this is truly a flagship model. So you can really call this a premium flagship. That's absolutely true. I think the magazine feature is pretty cool. That's something completely new. And otherwise, I don't think there's much more I can add, or the video will just keep getting longer and longer. It's just a really, really cool device. Great cleaner, fantastic robot vacuum, I have to say. And I can definitely recommend it to you. You have the option to check out the link in the description below, take another look at everything, and get your own impression. And all the data that I tried to include here, you can read through again. I didn't use all the technical terms everywhere. It always gets a bit tricky to assign everything correctly. But overall, you now have an impression of what it can do. That's it from my side. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe, and a like would be awesome too. And if you have any questions, leave a comment as well. I'd be happy about that too. So I'd say see you next time on AlHuTV.